Hi guys, welcome to this video where we're going to be looking at square roots with variables. So if you're given, let's say a to the power m or a exponent m and then root, if m, which is the exponent, right, is divisible by 2 or a multiple of 2, all you have to do is just divide m by 2. So the root of a exponent m will be a m divided by 2. For example, if you have a exponent 4 root, you just get a 4 divided by 2, and this gives you a squared. If you have a exponent 10, is 10 divisible by 2? Yes. So this gives you a exponent 5. Does that make sense? However, if m is not divisible by 2, then break it into parts. Get one that is divisible by 2, just subtract by 1 to make it divisible by 2, and don't forget that a, right? This is what I mean. If I have x exponent 7, right, root, right, is 7 divisible by 2? No. So meaning this can be written as x exponent 6 times x. Remember, if you're multiplying indices of the same base, you just add the exponent. So there is this 1 here, 1, yeah? So that means you get the root of that and also get the root of that. You're breaking it down. Remember, from 1, if this is divisible by 2, so you'll get x exponent 3 root x, something like that. Well, let's get into the examples. This is going to make more sense. They want you to get the root of x exponent 2. Just look at that exponent. Is it divisible by 2? If it is, just divide by 2. Remember, here there is an index 2 that they're not including, but there is a 2 there. So that's why we're dividing by 2. So this is the same as x, 2 divided by 2, and this gives you x, 1, which is the same as x, right? What about root 9k exponent 10? First of all, we know the root of 9. The root of 9 is 3. And then look at k exponent 10. Is 10 divisible by 2? Yes. So it's the same as k10 divided by 2, and this gives you 3k to the 5th as your answer. Now look at this. We're having n exponent 5, right? Question, is 5 divisible by 2? No. So n exponent 5, I want to break it down to n exponent 4 times n exponent 1, yeah? So meaning if I get the root here, same as getting the root of this and getting the root of this. And n exponent 4, we know it's n squared, we just divide by 2, and then root, something like that. Make sense? Okay, let's do a few more examples. Sometimes they might give you so many variables, and that shouldn't scare you. Now let's look at this, yeah? Go step by step. The root of 25 is 5. The root of x to the 6th is x to the 3rd, if you divide by 2. Now y is giving us a problem. So side work, you go and do y to the 13. This is the same as y to the 12 times y to the 1st. So if you get the square root of this, get the square root of that, yeah? This will give you y to the 6th root y. So this will be y to the 6th root y as the answer. So the answer will be 5x to the 3rd y to the 6th root y as the answer. What about this one, yeah? Let's do to the 15th. 15 is not divisible by 2. So we can divide this as p to the 14th times p to the 1st. So if you get the square root there, this will give you p to the 7 root p. And then you do the same for q. Q to the 9th can be broken down into q to the 8th times q. So if you find the square root, this will be the same as q to the 4th root q, right? And the same applies to r. Leave r in the root. So meaning this will be p to the 7th to the 4th root p q r is on r. So that is what you'll end up with. All right, guys, we're going to meet so many problems like this, and we're going to apply this knowledge. So feel free to pause the video and try out these problems. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.